Relief is on the way for Maui residents whose lives changed forever after devastating wildfires leveled entire towns on the west side of the island. Coming on the 3-month anniversary of the wildfires that killed nearly 100 people and displaced thousands more, Governor Green has announced a relief fund which could provide over $1 million to qualifying residents. But there's a catch. They can never seek further legal action. 7,000 people were displaced after those fires, with many unable to rebuild or afford housing costs, which have skyrocketed since August. It makes finding stability uncertain, even if there could be money on the way. Let's bring in now James Bruggeman. He lives on Maui, owns AAA Tiny Homes Maui. James, I've spoken with you before. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I do want to warn you ahead of time. We are waiting on word from President Biden. He's supposed to be speaking, so I may have to cut this short. But first, I want to talk about this recovery effort. I know your company has been helping in the effort. Before we talk about that, talk about what the island looks like and feels like now, 3 months after those devastating fires.
Well, it feels a lot more like hope. I saw the pictures into the lead up, and they just brought back a flood of emotions. You know, it's still very, very difficult times. We have a lot of people facing eviction from the hotels. So we are involved in that relief effort.
Absolutely. And James, talk about that. Talk about what your tiny home company has been doing to help.
Okay, so, well, we did not wait for any of the government agencies. We created a boots on the ground community to community program where we are offering a 400 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath tiny home for $35,000. That's installed, free delivery, free installation. And that has, pardon the pun, it's caught fire. So we are into our 4th emergency housing order, and I have been delivering hope for the last several days. And as you can see behind me, my crew is setting up one of the tiny homes. They're really nice. They're one of our finest models for our prefabs, and we're just delivering hope. That's what people need, is hope.
Absolutely, James. You know, there were so many eyes on Maui in August, but like everything, of course, the news cycle continues to turn. It focus shifts. Do you think enough is being done? And what do you think about the governor's announcement about the relief efforts?
Well, it's going to take a village to accomplish this very, very lofty goal of rehousing all these people. So we need everyone, and every proclamation can help. But what we don't want to do is hurt the locals and also what they have in place. So we all just have to work together as a community and meet the needs. And right now the needs are housing. You know, we met the water needs, we met the fuel needs, you know, we met the financial needs. Now we need to meet the housing needs, and we're in a position to do that. We can receive up to 700 tiny homes, good quality tiny homes with bedrooms and kitchens and bathrooms for $35,000. We can receive up to 700 of those a month.
That's
and
awesome.
Produce.
Yeah, James, you know, and you talked about what the needs and what people certainly need right now. You talked about water, you talked about shelter. Those are things people absolutely need. But at some point, people, you know, need and want to work. Do you think Maui will get back to the same level of tourism?
Yes, well, that's simply a process. Right now, the residents are taking up a lot of the facilities where those who come and visit and support our island would normally go. This is not anyone's fault. This is just a circumstance. So by getting people in their own houses again, we also accomplish opening up Maui.
Absolutely. James Bruggeman, so great to talk to you. Doing great work there on Maui. I certainly appreciate your time. Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you, Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.